Just look at this beautiful warm pastry straight from the oven. So soft and juicy. We start by activating the yeast. In a bowl, I put 30 grams of fresh yeast or 8 to 10 grams of dry yeast. 1 tablespoon of sugar and 1 tablespoon of flour. Pour in 200 milliliters of warm milk. Stir well and leave for about 10 minutes for the yeast to activate. When the yeast is active, I put 800 grams of flour in a mixing bowl. Add 1 tablespoon of salt and stir it all together. Then pour in 300 milliliters of lukewarm to warm water. 50 milliliters of oil and the activated yeast. Mix gently with a spoon so the wet and dry ingredients combine. If it's easier, you can do it all by hand. Or if you have a mixer, you can mix everything in it. Now that everything has come together, remove the excess dough from the spoon and continue kneading by hand. Keep folding from the bottom to the top. The dough is still sticky, but that's how it should be. Put 20 milliliters of oil over everything. Scrape off as much as you can from your hands. Turn the dough and keep kneading. Now everything will come together nicely. When it starts sticking again, pat the dough gently, cover with a cloth and let it rest for 30 minutes in a warm place. You can also put it in the oven at 40 degrees. I kept the dough in the oven at 40 degrees. And look how much it rose in just half an hour. But that's when you work with fresh yeast. With dry yeast, it takes a bit longer. Now we gather it all and knead it gently again. Form it into a circle and divide the dough into 6 pieces. Shape each piece into a ball. Shape them a little more with your hands. Place them on a tray sprinkled with flour. Now sprinkle a little more flour on top. Cover with a plastic bag and leave for 15 to 20 minutes to soften even more. After 15 to 20 minutes, look how nicely they've risen. Using a little flour, roll each piece into a circle. About this size, 15 to 20 centimeters in diameter. Take the same tray you used earlier and place 1 piece of dough. Brush it with softened butter. We'll need 200 grams total. Why do I always grab the piece that falls apart? Place another layer of dough on top. Spread it out by hand so it reaches edge to edge. Then brush generously with butter again. Add the 3rd layer and repeat to the end. Brush the 5th layer too. I'll save some butter to brush the pastries after baking. Now place the 6th layer of dough on top. Press it down a little so it sticks nicely. Sprinkle a little flour on top. Cover with the same plastic wrap, and then put a cloth on top. And place it in the freezer for 20 to 30 minutes so the butter firms up. While waiting, prepare the filling. Here I have 2 types of salami, ham, and some turkey breast. About 250 to 300 grams. I also add around 150 grams of hard cheese. Actually, semi-hard cheese. This is Gouda, but you can use any you like. And I have some tomato sauce with oregano and basil. So I'll add that to bring it together. You can add whatever you have or prefer. The only important thing is to keep the mixture thick. I've taken the dough out of the freezer. I'll sprinkle it with some flour. Then I'll flip it over. First I'll press it with my hands like this, from the center toward the edges. Then flip it again. Repeat the same on this side to spread it evenly. Flip it again. The dough is really soft, even after cooling down. It's so smooth and easy to work with. Now we'll roll it out a bit with a rolling pin. Thinner in the middle like this. Then from the center to the left. And from the center to the right. Stretch the corner slightly to form a rectangle. Sprinkle a bit of flour on top. Then flip the dough. Sprinkle a bit more flour on top. And roll it again left and right. When rolled out, cut it horizontally into 2 or 3 strips. Depending on how large you want the pastries. I'll do it all at once, so I'm cutting it horizontally in 2. Then vertically into 6 pieces. I'll turn this piece like this. And this one too makes rolling easier. Now I'll place this piece here. Spread it a bit with my hand. Then place the filling in the center. Fold it over. Then close the sides as much as possible. And roll it into a log. Now repeat the same with the remaining dough. Arrange all the rolls on a baking pan. Cover with the same plastic wrap so they don't dry out. Leave them to rest, depending on time, for 30 to 60 minutes. When the rolls have rested, beat 1 egg yolk with a tablespoon of milk. Brush the rolls with this mixture. After brushing with yolk, you can sprinkle with any seeds you like. This step is optional. I like to finish with a bit of coarse sea salt. After that, preheat the oven to 200 degrees Celsius, and once heated, bake the rolls. The rolls are baked. Baking time is 25 to 30 minutes. Adjust baking time to your oven. Once baked, brush them with the remaining butter. It's still hot, but I have to show you quickly, because my family's waiting by the door asking if it's done yet, And I'm rushing to a parent meeting, so what I show now is what you get. Just look how soft it is. Perfect for dinner. All right, bye. Love you all.